Blessings and welcome to the Path to Freedom. My name is Daniel Roquéo, and as always, I'm very grateful and honored and touched and moved that you are choosing to tune in, that you're choosing to join me in a moment of expanding our consciousness, in a moment of raising our vibration, in a moment of becoming even more aware of who and what we are as spiritual beings and who and what we are as human beings. These two spiritual wings that we need to tend to equally. Not at the same time, obviously, but we need to honor them both. We need to explore them both. We need to give them both permission to expand. So today we are talking about embracing and allowing as the way to go to healing, for healing to happen. And of course, I'm speaking about embracing and allowing in general, meaning that we release and let go of our attachments to what should and should not be, how we wish things to be, to opinions and judgments and all of that. But today we're talking a little bit more specifically around feelings and emotions that arise, that continues to arise as we move along this beautiful path. Because this is not this is not the path of all smiles and bliss, eternal bliss. Allowing for more and more joy, allowing for more and more peace, allowing for more and more love and wholeness and harmony and compassion and all of that. These are the products of the work that we're doing. But as we're moving through, as we're moving toward the highest expression of who and what we are, everything that needs to come up in terms of small and limited thought patterns and judgments and opinions and all of that, it will come up. And as we go through spaces of releasing and letting go of that, we necessarily are not feeling too good. Anger may come up, resentment may come up, sadness may come up, distress may come up, fear may come up, worry may come up, anxiety may come up. All of these things that are attached to stories and beliefs that we hold and that we have held near and dear, they need to come up. And so I was having a conversation yesterday with an individual, and as we were talking, this individual became aware of unease and a little bit of fear. And as they expressed that unease and that fear, they immediately jumped into, oh, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know what can I do to get rid of it? And that's one of the strategies that the ego has to keep us in check, getting us to believe that we need to do something about the emotions that we're having, as though they were wrong, as though they are not meant to be, as though they are not allowed to be. But the process of healing does not involve resistance. It does not involve suppressing or spiritual bypassing, pretending that we're not feeling whatever it is that we're feeling, that we're not experiencing whatever it is that we're experiencing. These are not a part of healing. And healing, of course, I feel compelled to say, is not fixing something that is broken. It is not mending something, because we're not ever broken. We're not ever flawed. We're not ever in error. But we, each and every single one of us, is unique, perfect, whole, complete expression, emanation of the One. And then, as that's the essence of who and what we are. And then we've added a lot of stories and beliefs upon that, onto that give rise to a sense of perhaps not being enough, perhaps to a sense of not having enough, a sense of lack and scarcity, that in turn give rise to fear and worry and doubt and compulsive behaviors and all these things. So healing is the revealing of that wholeness that we are. It is the revealing of the peace that we are. It is the continuous revealing of the joy that we are, the love that we are, the harmony that we are. And in that, for this healing to happen, Of course, we need to become aware, as this individual did yesterday, became aware of what they were feeling, of emotions they were having, experiences they were having. In this case, a sense of unease, a sense of fear, right? And once we become aware, our job, what is ours to do, is to be with that, embrace and allow it. Begin to explore, what does it feel like? How does it feel in the body? Increase our awareness around it, giving it permission to be there, because it's not wrong. It is not an error on our part. It doesn't say anything about us and our worth and value that we are having certain experiences or particular experiences. So the work that we're called to do is to be with it, embrace and allow it. Embrace it as it, making it welcome. Because it is. It is what it is. So we're wise to embrace that which is, to be as it is. So not saying that these emotions, I should not feel these emotions. I should not have these emotions. But making them welcome, giving them the space to be and be with them until we've come into the feeling tone of being all right with them. When we've let go of the resistance, when we've let go of the tendency to want to work through them or do something with them to make them go away because it's not comfortable. And of course it's not comfortable. But it's not the emotion in and of itself that is not comfortable. It is our perception that this should not be that makes it uncomfortable. If and when we can be with the emotion, if and when we are in that state of embracing and allowing the emotion, the feeling, the experience, when there's no resistance, there's no need for us to want to, or actually the urge, the inner need to make it go away, that vanishes. When we are completely all right with experiencing whatever we want to experience, not what we want to experience, but whatever it is that we are experiencing, then there's no need to fix it. And in that space, that's when the healing happens, because then when we can witness and observe, be with the emotion that we are experiencing, it begins to dissolve. Because it has nothing to hold on to. It has nothing to latch onto. We are not identified with it. We're not run by it. But we are the beautiful, magnificent, divine observants of it, witnesses to it. So we get to witness, we get to become aware, we get to embrace and allow, and in that embracing and allowing, witness it, and then it dissolves. Obviously, we are wise to have intentions as to who we wish to be, how we wish to show up in the world, what expression we want to invite to emerge from within us. All good, all good. But as we're moving toward those expressions, as we're moving towards those intentions or visions, a major part is to embrace and allow, become aware, embrace and allow that which is, so that it may dissolve, so that the healing, the revelation of that which is underneath. Because when we're not attached to the emotion, we realize that we are something else. We are not this emotion. We are not this feeling, but we are the one observing the feeling. We're the one observing the emotion. We're the one observing the experience. And in that space that opens up, the beautiful space of what is called witness consciousness, we begin to realize that I'm something much vaster. I am something much more beautiful than this emotion. Kind of like if you ever lay down on a field on a summer day and looked up into the sky and you see the clouds floating by. And we watch them, we witness them, but we do not make ourselves one with them. But we get to observe them. And they change forms and they change shapes and they change everything. Everything is always in a state of change. Nothing ever lasts forever. But as we're not attached to the particular form of each and every single cloud, there's no resistance as they change. We don't make them anything by our judgments and opinions, but they just are. And this same kind of practice, this same kind of witness consciousness practice, we're so wise and we're all invited to develop that when it comes to our emotions and feelings, because we don't need to do anything about them. We don't need to do anything about them. But we get to just look at them and love them and appreciate them. They may have served us in the past, they may have run us, they may have motivated us to go forward and to move through things. But now, as we're growing, as we're expanding, as we're unfolding, they no longer do. So these small and limited thought patterns, whatever they are that gave rise to the feeling, and we're wise to look at that as well. What is it that is giving rise to this perception, to this experience, to this feeling? Is it a sense of me not being enough? Do I believe that I need to be happy and joyous all of the time to be worthy of being me, to be worthy of love, to be worthy of respect? Or do I believe that there's something wrong with not being happy? That there's something within me that needs to be fixed because I'm not in a state of joy right now. So we get to observe the emotions and the feelings, and we get to look at the underlying beliefs and stories. And as we become aware of them, and as we embrace and allow them to be, we can begin to allow for healing to happen as we gradually release our attachment to that particular story, to that particular belief that is underlying the emotion. So embracing and allowing is the way to healing. Resistance, whatever we resist persists. I don't know if you've heard that before, but whatever we turn our attention to increases, expands. So resisting an emotion is that we're turning our attention toward that emotion. We're holding on to it, we're grabbing onto it, we're identifying with it, we're attaching ourselves to it, and so it gets to expand. Embracing and allowing, we let it be. We're in a state of freedom, we're in a state of peace, even though perhaps the emotion is chaotic and it may give rise to turmoil. But from that observing state, there's still peace. We are peace. We are allowing for the peace that is underneath the emotion to well. So I think that this was it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, for listening, for participating. Until the very next time we join into this space again, I absolutely bless all of our days, and I bless all of our ways. Much love. Namaste.